You're right there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about my 100,000 coin 4-1-2-1-2 team. Now you can use it in any formation you wish to, but I was looking to put something together that holds strong in the midfield, offers me a lot at the back, and I still have that firepower going forward. So I think you're going to like this one, and I've dropped in some of my favorite players that I've used over the past couple of weeks. So please do drop a like, and if you are needing game codes or anything game related, head over to g2a.com, use the code Fuji on that site to get a discount on every single order, Xbox Live, PSN codes, all that good stuff. And let's find out who we've dropped into this 100,000 coin team. So 100,000 coins these days doesn't really get you too far, especially when you're wanting to build that balanced FUT division rivals or FUT champs teams. You want something that's going to be able to compete against the better players, the better teams, and that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you today, who I've come up against, who I've been beating. And I did get promoted to Division 2 last night, and I played some really nice FIFA, and that's what I was looking to do, find out how the 4-1-2-1-2 is going to work for me, tweak the custom tactics, make some tactical changes, and try and shorten the distance between my centre backs and my CDMs. And it worked, and I brought in a lot of height in the midfield and just some really strong overall players. So let's go through the team. In goal, we've got Szczesny. This guy is 6'5", good reaction saves. He does make a few mistakes like every keeper, but he's actually pretty reliable in between the sticks, like him. Right back position, we've gone for Cancelo, 8,200 coins, and some people say, oh, he's not that good because they're comparing him to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker is 90,000 coins, whereas Cancelo, he's 8,200. He's got the height, the skills. I like him. I'm a big fan of Cancelo, and I'm not one of the best defenders out here. So if he's working for me, I'm pretty sure he's going to be solid for you. Then we've got Benatia. This guy, 26,000. Yes, he's expensive, but you need to bring in a little bit of quality. He rarely gets beaten in the air. What's his jumping actually? 85 jumping, 6'2". He's just a beast. I really do like him, and if he could get a couple of informs and stuff just to bring up that acceleration, what a card that would be. It's already fantastic, and he's reliable. Then alongside him, you've got Gabriel Paulista, and I don't know who's better now, the French centre-back from Barcelona or this guy. First time using him. In total, I played 8 games. And he's actually a beast, man. Really good stand tackles. The aggression is there. Just very well balanced. And I think you guys are going to like him for his price. And then the left back position, we've gone for Gaia, 950. He's probably the worst player in the team, but when I say worse, it's not that he's unplayable, it's that he's very cheap, and it allows you to bring in a little bit more quality elsewhere. And yeah, left back position, he was holding it down. Then we go over to one of the better players in this team, and it is Kondogbia as my left centre mid in game in the 4-1-2-1-2, 6'2", 15,000 coins, already got 3 goals, and his stats are crazy good. The short pass is there, which is a nice stat as well, and that shot power. He loves to get himself a goal. Then as my right centre mid in game, I'm using Rabiot, 6'4", and the reason why I wanted to use him is because very early into the game, I had him in a 4-4-2, and he was able to play quite well there. Good passing, very well balanced, and I know that he's reliable for me. So as a right centre mid, he's going to be able to make tackles, pass the ball, and even get himself some goals. Then you have Bakayoko that I had used in the draft, and I know that the draft gameplay is slightly different to regular Ultimate Team or just like FUT Division Rivals and FUT Champs, but I've used him in this squad, and he makes good tackles, he's strong. I don't think he's that bad on the game. 6'2", another player with height in the midfield, so you rarely lose aerial battles. 12 games, well, in total, played 12 games with the card. 1 goal, 1 assist. So I like that midfield. I'll show you exactly how I'm playing it in just a second. Right wing position, Toran that plays as the cam, 8 games, 3 goals, 2 assists. And this guy, trust me, he can score goals with both feet. Really nice acceleration, good on the ball, nice stamina. He actually plays a fantastic cam. And the one thing that he's got, the short pass, the curve, the vision, he does know how to play a ball through. He didn't get too many goals, but that's only because I'm playing against very good players in these higher divisions. And then with these two in the attack, Promes as the left striker, Depay as the left striker, cutting inside, pinging those finesse shots. His long shot is so broken. I love it. Very, very good card. And he's got the 5-star skills. And then you've got Promes that he's 20,000 coins, right? It's worth it. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 9 games, 3 goals, 5 assists. Again, it's difficult to get a ton of goals, but I've used him in so many teams, and the guy is just amazing. Love his finish and really do like the team. So in game, let's go and have a look what I've done with the custom tactics. So I've been playing 4-1-2-1-2, brought up the width because I've been experimenting a little bit. Depth on 4, don't want to get caught too much. Pressure after possession loss. I think this is my favorite defensive style. I just really think that it just suits the way I want to play. Balanced offensive style. Width, I want my players to spread out a little bit in the attack because I'm using the 4-1-2-1-2, and I would say players in the box is the most important tactic for you guys to change, because this is where I'm going wrong myself. If I bring it up like this, I'm going to get caught in the midfield and then I get countered every single time. Whereas if I bring it around about 4, my midfield just sit there and I'm able to hold possession and I don't really get caught on the counter attack as much. But a good value is around 4 or 5. You want to play about with that, like literally one change, and that puts 3 more players into the box instead of just the 2. So you're holding a better midfield if you lower that. But then of course, if you lower it too much, then you're not going to have anything going forward. But the actual instructions that I was using, getting behind for the 2 strikers, Tovan to stay balanced, stay back for all 3 centre mids and CDM of course, and then stay back for the fullbacks. So hopefully that helps you guys out. That is the team. Let's go into the clips and see who we faced and who we smashed. Let's go. So one thing that I really like about this team is you've got a good amount of height in the midfield just to help you to win those aerial battles. Defensively, it is very strong. Benatia, Palisa together didn't really have any problems. When I did start coming up against the better players with those overpowered teams, it's going to be hard anyway, even with a mega side if I was to use that. But with what this team was doing and with the custom tactics, being able to hold a good defense, and I wasn't feeling like I was rushing players out of position, I was player switching at the right time. I was actually playing really well, and I was very, very happy with the progress that I've made, especially with the custom tactics and just the way the overall team feels in their player positions. Now when I can start saving up on the RTG, bringing in those better cards, I think that we're going to be able to do a much better job. So in the attack, one thing I will say is you've got 2 clinical finishers. Depay, I absolutely love his card on this FIFA. Last year didn't really go for him because of his weak foot, but it looks like he's going to receive maybe an inform today, which is going to be awesome. So if you've got a few more coins, maybe you can bring in the informed version, but I don't think it's even necessary. His finishing outside the box is so good. Really clinical, hit that green, it's going to fly in the back of the net. You've got Quincy Promes as well, who's playing as a right striker. His finesse shots are great, but I think he's better in a right striker position because then he can cut in and use his 4-star weak foot instead of like trying to rely on Depay. It's just a balanced attack. You've got 2 strikers, or 2 wingers pretty much, that are playing at striker that can get the ball in the back of the net with only half a chance, and that's what you're after. When you're using like a 100,000 coin team or a 50k side, you need players that you can rely on. It's no point trying to save cost and save money on just 2 average players up top. It's not going to work. So these 2 are tried and tested. Absolutely love them. Tovan as well, surprisingly, is actually pretty decent. He doesn't get too many goals, but he's the one just to gel everybody together. Good range of passing, feels comfortable on the ball, and that's what I was needing. And to get chemistry with the team is fantastic. Everyone's on full chem and you've got 100 chemistry overall. And then in the midfield, it's like Rabiot as well with his passing. You want to really play it simple. When you win the ball back, either with Kondogbia, Bakayoko, Rabiot, just pass it. Don't try and do too much on the ball, which is what I tend to do with the better players. I end up just doing unnecessary skill moves in the midfield, lose the ball, and concede because of that. And then I'm questioning myself, like, how am I so bad at defending? Well, it's actually where I'm losing the ball as well, which really doesn't help. Like if you're on the attack and you're inside your opponent's box and lose it, fair enough. But if you're losing it on the halfway line and you're getting countered, that's your own fault, and it doesn't matter what team you're using, you're still going to be conceding goals. So with this, like I said, play it simple, build up, and you've got good passers. Surprisingly, they can pass the ball. Kondogbia running from the midfield, overlapping, that's where he's dangerous. He does have high attacking work rates, but that's the beautiful thing about this team as well, is that Rabiot can drop back and offer that defensive support. You got Bakayoko that's just going to sit there. He doesn't push up too much, which is amazing. And his medium work rates didn't really affect him because I've lowered how many players are getting inside the box. If my opponent tries to catch me on the counter or is attacking me, everybody sits back naturally. So I like it. It's holding a good defense. But Kondogbia, his finishing is impressive. Really like him. And Rabiot, I know because I've used him in the past, he can get goals as well. But in this team, he didn't really push up, and I didn't need him to because of the attack being so overpowered. I love it. And like I said, defensively, it is just so strong, and it's going to be able to win you games. And I was able to win against people with a high skill rating that are playing in Division 2, but because I have to wait until I get promoted to that division, I'm just playing players like top tier Division 3, and I've been smashing it. And I came up against someone using attribute cards yesterday. Like, come on, man, 5 at the back, attribute cards, and I held him to a 1-0 win. Now, I didn't score too many goals, but in a 4-1 2-on-2, 1-0 win against that, and he was actually quite a good player with attribute cards, mega team. This squad is holding out, and that's why I wanted to recommend it to you guys if you're struggling on the game or if you're trying to find something that just works. 100,000 coins, build this team. You're not going to regret it. So I hope that you do enjoy it. If you want to see more squads in the future, please do leave a like, and I will see you on stream later tonight. 5 o'clock start most likely. Drop by. I'll see you soon. Team out. Peace.